Yeah, this beautiful thing that Jimmy, once they start the 45-day challenge, the moment that you plug into energy that's available for you in 4 and 5D, the things you normally did in 3D, you don't need as much of. And you're actually becoming more balanced. And the more you honor that balance, see, the average human being is eating anywhere from 2 to 2.5 times what they actually need, especially in the Western hemisphere. If you're in Europe right now and you're sitting down to have lunch and dinner, the portions of food are 30 to 40% less than they are in over here in America and Canada and South America. They just are. That's why you see companies like Golden Corral that people pay 10 or 20 bucks and stand in a buffet and keep going back. When you look at the calories versus the level of nutrition in a place like that, I'll give you a good idea. One of the places that my wife and me like to eat is a third generation Cantonese Chinese bistro that's been around since the 1930s. His grandfather started it, and the nephew today is carrying on in his honor. And it's been in business now just about 40 years. Won every chef award that you can win. You go in and you eat them, and the amount of meat that literally is in the average dish is probably one third the meat that the average American actually eats. You never miss it because meat is treated more as a condiment than it is as a staple. It's treated more as the flavor of the food than the support of the food. So you don't even miss it, and you have balance and a lot of high vegetables. I mean, human beings were designed to eat more vegetables and more fruit than to eat more heavy grains and more heavy meats. And what happens is one of the things that's going to change with you is your quantity of food will greatly change as you're becoming more spiritualized. And spiritualized meaning as you're able to take in more energy from the 4 and 5D, the quantity of food you eat in 3D will go down. That's number one. That has a lot to do with an emotional connection that we've had since shortly after birth. Then something starts to change. 7 years into working with an energy system like Tai Chi Gong, the quality of the food then will begin to really change. People are asking me, Lama, what kind of diet should I be on? A lot of people want to make a cult or something out of a diet, right? There's a lot of those kind of cults that are out there. But what happens is the energy that's now in your body has a higher intelligence than you used to have before that energy wasn't present in your body. So naturally, this new body that you're creating is telling you, no, I don't want this anymore. I want that. And everything you begin to take in now has a higher nutritional quality on a DNA level. More importantly, it has a higher level of chi, intrinsic energy, and the frequency is much greater. The other thing of it is that your digestive system now is not all the time working. So what starts to happen is that when you were used to eating 3 meals a day plus snacks, all of a sudden the snacks start to drop off. The next thing you do is that you lose that third meal a day. And about 7 years into this, you find out you're eating about 1.5 meals a day. Well, when you look at that and you realize when you started on the path, you were eating 2 to 2.5 times that much. And now, not only is it less in volume, which makes it so much easier. See, the thing that taxes people's chi the most single thing that takes your vitality down is eating a meal that you actually need 2 or 3 stomachs to digest. If you're eating all kind of starches and all kind of proteins and complex carbohydrates, you actually need 2 or 3 stomachs to digest and break down that meal. But when you don't need that anymore, you will find out, well, I'm going to eat more of my protein at one meal. I'll eat more of my carbohydrates at another meal. I'll eat non-starch vegetables at another meal. And instead of having, example, pastries and pies that have literally no nutritional value at all, you find yourself going to the market and getting fresh fruit. And all of a sudden, the natural fructose and sugar in the fresh fruit makes you feel like when I eat an apple, it's more richer than eating an apple pie, and it has 10 times more nutritional value because now I'm eating in its most natural state. So, what begins to happen, Jimmy, you eat in a way to support the vital energy. You shift from eating in a way to fill your belly. And Scripture makes an allotment to this. It says most people worship the God of their belly more than they do the Most High God.